When we say you should record every call, you're legally permitted to do so. We're not just talking about individuals that are freelance civil rights defenders. We're literally speaking to everyone because you never know who you're going to come across when you're dealing with business. This recording that I'm going to play for you is pretty remarkable. This is a person who calls himself a Victor. He's claimed to be the supervisor for the Wilsonville Department of Motor Vehicles. What's interesting, Victor does not identify his full name. He doesn't give a rep ID. He refuses to identify his supervisor. He refuses to identify his manager. And he's just a complete inconsiderate, bad person. I don't know how else to describe him without using ad hominem attacks. Honestly, it's as if his actions give me no choice but to perceive him as evil. This was a situation where a disabled person had not received their updated driver's license, and so DMV wants to double charge because they say, well, if you don't let us know you haven't received it within 60 days, we get to double charge you. But the main focus of this, and this is the reason this is airing on the Oregon Ethics Coalition channel, is that he will not identify who his superiors are. He's an Oregon DMV employee, allegedly, in Wilsonville, but he's not telling you who his manager is. He's not telling you who his supervisor is. You have to hear this. This is outrageous. So I'm going to play that for you in a second, but before I do, I want to make it clear. If you have any information on this employee, or if you're a listener that has any information on Officer Chris Banks or Mike Beach, they are corrupt Marion County deputies, you can write to us at dangerinoregon@gmail.com. You can remain anonymous. We can work things out. Or if you're an investigator and you have some interesting information on any one of the people that we've covered, send it to us. We would love to have all the information we can get on these people. Thank you very much. So without further ado, here's the call. You've taken my money. You know I don't have my ID. You know you've sent it to the wrong address, and now you want to steal an additional $40 from me.
Sir, like I said, if you want to escalate this any further, you're going to have to write in to the Oregon DMV.
Oh, no, who's your supervisor? Can you give me their details?
Sir, you were escalated to a supervisor.
Okay.
And from here, from here, I'm just trying to help you.
Okay, I just want to make it clear. I'm recording this phone call. Your name is Victor. I'm going to put this online on the Oregon Ethics channel. I called DMV to renew my license. DMV is claiming that I put in a P.O. box from a year ago, even though very recently in May, I put in my default address, and you are not allowing me to speak to a supervisor any higher than you, and you're the first person I spoke to, and you will not give me your last name, and you will not give me a direct ID, but you will steal, you'll steal money from me with no problems. Is that correct?
No, sir, that's not correct.
That's absolutely correct. You're stealing money from me.
I'm letting you know, sir.
All right, so your name is Victor. What's your last name?
Not providing a last name, sir.
Okay, and you're at the Wilsonville DMV.
Correct, sir.
And who's your supervisor?
Sir, like I said, from here, if you want to escalate it, you need to write to the Oregon DMV.
Was that my question?
With a formal complaint.
Was that my question, Victor? My question, Victor, is who's your supervisor? Can you answer that question? Because this is going on YouTube.
Sir, I don't give you permission for you to record me as well.
Sir, I don't care about your permission. You're a public figure, and this is going on YouTube.
Would you like the address to the headquarters?
No, I would, but first I'd like to know, Victor, in Wilsonville, are you a supervisor for the DMV?
Yes, I am a supervisor here at the Wilsonville.
Okay, what's your supervisor ID number, Victor?
We do not have ID numbers.
Okay, and who's your manager?
That information you can request it in writing.
Okay, so you're refusing to identify your superiors. I'm going to put this on YouTube.
Identified myself.
Okay, no, that's not my question. Why are you answering questions I'm not asking you, Victor? I'm asking you who your manager is, Victor. Can you answer that for me?
Sir, if you're wanted to put in a formal complaint, you need to write to the 1905.
Okay, sir, what I'm asking you is, who is your manager? Why are you changing the topic?
DMV office. I'm not changing the topic.
Okay,
sir.
so
I'm
who's
not
your manager?
From where I'm helping.
Who is your manager, Victor?
Sir, if you want to put a formal complaint.
Okay, that's not my question.
I'm requesting that
Okay,
information.
cool.
Is
So
there
I
anything
want
else
the
can help you with
audience to
today?
listen to this. This is what happens when you deal with Oregon DMV. This guy won't even tell me who his supervisor is. He won't tell me his manager is. He just identifies himself as Victor from Wilsonville. And this is what happens when you call the DMV. Correct, Victor?
Sir, if you want
How
to put
do
a
I know
formal
that Victor
complaint,
is even your
you
name?
write to
How do I call you, Victor? Do you have a contact number, Victor?
97.
How do I contact you
Is there
directly,
anything
Victor?
else I could help you, sir?
Yes, who's your manager?
Sir, is there anything else I could help you with, or else I'm forced to end this call?
No, you're not forced to end this call, Victor. As a matter of fact, I'm putting this on YouTube so everyone can see how you treat people. I've asked you to identify your manager. You refuse to identify your manager. I've asked you to waive the unfair fee that you've unjustly added on me for sending me a license to the correct address that you originally sent to the wrong address. You refuse to do that. So you will not fully identify yourself. You will not identify your management. You will not identify your supervisor. Have you changed my address to be correct in your system so you can no longer steal from me, Victor?
Sir, I have verified your information and I've updated your address as you requested.
Okay.
I have removed the P.O. box as
I've
you
also
requested.
requested
And
Victor
left
to
your
know
physical.
who your manager is because this is going to go on YouTube and I'm making it very clear to you that I'm going to put you on YouTube asking you directly who is your manager and you're refusing to
Sir,
tell.
if there's anything
And I
else
know
I can help
it's
you with.
illegal for you to do
Is there
that,
anything
Victor.
else I can help you
Victor,
with?
I know that's against your
Thank you, sir.
company
You have a good
policy.
day.
And I'm going to put
Thank
you
you. Have a
on
good day.
YouTube, Victor, and people are going to see what happens when you deal with Oregon DMV.